Greetings everyone, this is the Eternian Jedi with another action figure review. Today I'm going to be looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ninja Stealth Bike vehicle, which includes an exclusive Stealth Ninja Raphael figure. So this is from the basic 4-inch line for the 2012 Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles TV series, one of my all-time favorite shows and lines. And this is also one of my favorite vehicles. It's basically a customized motorbike that has an opening transformable feature. So you've got like a shell-covered protecting rooftop, basically, for the vehicle. And of course, it includes Raphael, because Raphael is the one who uses the vehicle in the show. So we've got the box over here. I love how these boxes are designed. The colors are excellent, and you can see the figures, or the figure and the vehicle very nicely. This box is slightly damaged, but I got such a good price on this one, brand new in box. I had it as a kid, don't know what happened to it, which is why I purchased it again for the sake of this review and, of course, for my collection. So I'm very excited to look at this one again. In this review, obviously, we're going to look at the vehicle, the figure, and I'm also going to do a few comparisons with some other vehicles from the same line. But flipping the box around, you can see the figure once more, the Dragon Chopper, which we will look at in this video, as a comparison. And of course, the opening feature, that looks very nice. And underneath the box, nothing really interesting. But yeah, there you go. That's the box. Again, really love the boxes, but of course I am going to open this one up. And here is the Ninja Stealth Bike out of the packaging, an awesome vehicle, just as I remembered it. There are a few things that I'm not a huge fan of. As far as the action feature goes, I will show you guys that in just a bit. But yeah, here are all the contents of the vehicle. Now you do get an instruction booklet over here. It shows you how to activate the revealing transforming action feature. So that is definitely useful. You do get a checklist. I love the checklists. This is one of the earlier ones though, because you can see there aren't that many figures. You've got the sewer lair playset, the pizza playset, basically a lot of the available items from the range. So there you go. So let's start off by looking at the Raphael action figure, then we'll look at the vehicle itself. So here is Raphael. So this is an exclusive action figure to this vehicle. He is on the exact same body mold as the regular release Raphael, which I'll show you guys in just a few seconds. But yeah, this is a really nice figure. So he does have painted gloves, which I do appreciate. You can tell that Playmates went the extra mile with this figure because they gave him the helmet, and I love how the visor can move up and down. That is really awesome because it could have been just molded onto the helmet, so that is a plus for me. You can see his ninja bandana, of course. But yeah, excellent sculpt as always. I absolutely love the sculpt for these turtles. They just look very gritty and well detailed. So to bring in just the regular Raphael, here he is. There are no differences as far as I can tell, besides the gloves and the helmet, of course. And in case you guys were wondering, yes, this figure does come with the sai. You do not get all the other weapons that the basic Raphael comes with, but that is to be expected. Again, just love the detailing, the texturing on these guys was pretty insane when you think about it for a basic action figure line. And the articulation also very good. Again, basic articulation, but it was sufficient. You can still get some incredible poses. And of course, the sai can be held in Raphael's hands, like so. And you can also put them on the back of his shell. So there you go, you can store his accessories. But yeah, I do love collecting the turtle variants, and this one is a great one, even though it's, very simple when you compare it to the regular release of Raphael. So now I figured I'd show you guys how to fit the Raphael action figure into the stealth bike. I do recommend removing the side for this, just because, you know, you don't want them to get bent or anything, because they are a bit of a softer plastic. So to get the figure in, it's actually quite simple. Just bend his legs forward like so, and then you just slide him in there. And he does have the handles, of course, so you can have him grab on to the Ninja stealth bike like so. You can have a sturdy grip. There we go. So just position his arms right. And then one of the features is the fact that you can move the foot pedals accordingly. Doesn't work as nicely as I would have liked, to be honest. You know, it sort of moves back and forth. But still helpful, you know, for you to get the figure in there. And he looks really good in there, I have to admit. Besides, again, this being a bit too long, his feet don't really stay on there. But he still looks really, really, like, good in there and very comfortable, looks very natural. So that is very nice. But you do need to get him lying down to close him up. And that's how it works. You just close him up like so. The bits of the shell are meant to just lock into place, or not really lock into place, they just rest on there, because of course there is a revealing action feature, which I'm going to show you guys now. But now that we've got the figure inside, I do want to quickly show you guys what the vehicle looks like all closed up and armored up. And this is just awesome. I mean, I love the design of this thing. So obviously you've got a shell going on here, which looks awesome. And I think the idea is for it to sort of blend into the roads of New York City, because it does look like, you know, the paved asphalt roads, which is a nice added detail. And of course the green is a bit of a camouflage color, so it definitely works. And just a really aesthetically pleasing vehicle. You can see that it does have the influences of like a big motorbike, but obviously tweaked and customized, probably by Donatello. But yeah, there you go. So that looks very nice. And of course, the main feature is that when Raphael is cruising on his vehicle, you can open up the shell to reveal the figure. So the way that works is you're meant to, you know, obviously when it's closed up, you're meant to push down on this and it opens up like so. So yeah, the feature is quite nice. And another thing I recommend is removing his hands from the handles when you've got him closed up. And as you can tell, I've been able to get him a bit more nicely sitting in there. So yeah, that's how the feature is meant to work. My only complaint is that these pieces do come off a bit too easily, especially this one, when you're trying to push down for the feature. So yeah, it's working on camera, which is good. But yeah, just, you know, you got to get used to it. But when you do, you can have him cruising, open that up, reveals the figure. It's a very nice feature. And what I love about this vehicle the most is the fact that both options look very cool to me. In fact, I have a hard time picking which one I prefer. I think I have a slight preference for the closed up armored stealth bike. But both look awesome, and I think that's what works greatly about this vehicle. You know, that both look awesome to me. I mean, both display options work. If you want to reveal the figure, it's a good option, or if you want to close the vehicle and stand the figure on your shelf, you know, you've definitely got that option, which is awesome. And the vehicle does have some nice stickers going on. Hope you guys can see them. He's got like a caution sticker with a few buttons and lights. I always love those details, the stickers that Playmates adds. Stickers for the headlights. That's nice. And a few stickers on the back as well. And again, the detailing on this thing is perfect for what it is. You know, you don't need too much, but I like the texturing on the shell. That looks very, very nice. So yeah, awesome vehicle for sure. And, you know, as I said, you can have it closed up and just display your Raphael like so. That's probably how I'm going to display it on my shelf. So for a first comparison, here we have the stealth bike, of course, next to the Dragon Chopper, which is probably one of my favorite vehicles from the line, because it's a villain vehicle. We got very few of those. In fact, I think this is the only one next to the hover drone. which was for the Krang. But yeah, we've got the exclusive Dragon Fang Foot Soldier, which I love. And of course, the Dragon Chopper, which looks awesome. I might do a review on that one. But yeah, it is suggested, you know, on the back of the packaging and everything, that the idea is that these two vehicles are compatible. So, you know, you'll have the Foot Clan chasing after Raphael, and Raphael's in his ninja stealth bike. But yeah, they scale nicely. Even when you look at the show, I think this is very accurate in scale. So yeah, I did want to compare these two together, and I think they look awesome. You know, as far as price-wise goes, these retailed for the same price. Maybe you get more of your money's worth with this one. I don't know, but you know, this one is slightly smaller, but then again, the design is different because this is a two-wheeled vehicle and this is a three-wheeled vehicle. But yeah, awesome seeing these two side by side. And I had to do a comparison with the Shellraiser, which is the main vehicle for the Turtles. Yeah, you can really see the scale difference. The Shellraiser is a very chunky and big vehicle, and the stealth bike is smaller. But of course, the Shellraiser can fit several characters, whereas the stealth bike is meant for one character. So, you know, the size is justifiable, but yeah, that does look awesome comparing the two. So yeah, I think this was an important comparison to make. But anyways, guys, that's going to conclude it for this review. I figured I'd do a little scene over here. You've just got Donatello making some repairs on the stealth bike and Dojo Splinter and the Raphael. So yeah, I figured I'd do a little scene. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. For me, it was a lot of fun. I was very happy to take a look at a vehicle I had as a kid and a vehicle that I really loved. Very, very glad to have this one in my collection again. It's definitely one of my favorites from the line. They've done a lot. They've done like regular motorbikes, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this one is very special to me. Maybe it's a nostalgia bias, but a really good one. I highly recommend it. Goes great with the other vehicles as well. So yeah, something I'm very, very happy to have in my collection. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below, and I have more reviews planned, so stay tuned.